Financial Freeway. My name is David J. Atwood. I'm the man rocking the Ray-Bans. And I'll be quite honest, I wasn't going to do a show today. I wasn't going to do a video today because I am incredibly anxious and nervous about tomorrow. Tomorrow, the 91st Pacific Coast Association of Magicians Convention starts with me at the helm, and this is definitely the biggest thing I've done in the community of magic, and I wouldn't be so stressed if it was one night or one show or one event or blah blah blah, but this is 4 days, and I wasn't gonna record because of how nervous I am and how I kind of felt that made me a little bit weak, but I wanted to be authentic. I think it's important. I pride myself in being authentic. So I thought this would be a good, more raw version of Financial Freeway show. First, it is daylight savings this week. So everything's really dark. And even now, like, we are at 4 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm recording this. And it's already starting to get like noticeably darker. So I don't know how much longer I can do this. I'll figure out a way. I'll figure out something to keep doing, putting out that content. But the truth is, we may have to take a pause for the winter break, depending on how things go. But one of the great things about this convention almost being over is that I told Gabby I'm going to take a break from doing any projects other than doing some stuff around the house, which I'm really finding a passion for. I'm finding that it makes me a lot more calmer, and I think it's because I'm kind of in control of my universe there. So going to be doing a lot more of that. So with that, less stress, more time for myself, like, because right now it is a million things. One of the things during this convention I kept going is, what are the problems I'm not seeing? What are the problems I'm not seeing? And the problem is with that thought is I got into this echo chamber where there was nothing coming back because there was nobody else I was bouncing off these ideas from. Doing this solo, I don't know what I don't know. So I just think that, okay, I don't see problems because I'm not thinking about problems. But today, this is great. Today, the stage guy, the guy who's helped me build the stage for the convention, reached out to me and said, what's the height of the stage? And I didn't even think to ask that question. Or what's the height of the roof, the ceiling in the ballroom that we're going to be doing, having the convention? All these things I didn't know. I didn't think to ask these questions. And this is the problem with working solo on a project, because you don't know what you don't know. And if you don't know what you don't know, you don't know what questions to ask. So he started asking his questions. I reached out to the people who are renting me the stage today, and they said, yeah, it's 16 inches. I was like, that is 1.5 feet. That is, it's pretty tall. Do we have stairs with it? And they're like, nope, you didn't ask for stairs. I'm like, oh no. So 16.5 inches and no stairs. So I've got to figure out a way to make that work for people coming up and off the stage. And then follow up on that was, how high is the ceiling? It's only 8.5 feet, which means we had 1.5 feet off the ground, 8.5 from, ceiling height. That means we've only got 7 feet to work with on stage, which means if we have a tall person on stage, it's going to become smaller. Now, again, this is why it's so good to work with a team, or at least be in contact with someone who has done it before. Work with them. Again, I was in contact with someone who did it before, and they didn't even think to even bring that up as a topic of discussion, because we don't know what we don't know. So, a little nervous about that moving forward. So, one of the things I do want to talk about real quick, though, and I don't want to make this show about this one topic, is about stress. I notice certain things about myself. I do kind of step outside myself a little every so often and look and see what is going on with Dave. And one of the things I noticed is that, number one, I'm really stressed. So 2 things happen. I don't eat and I don't sleep. And when I do eat, it's absolute garbage. So my diet over the last 2 weeks has been horrible, and my sleep has been negligible. So you're not getting those super important health benefits. You need the sleep to replenish the red blood cells, and a good night's sleep actually helps with weight loss too. And if all you're eating is carbs and sugars and high caloric stuff, because you're not eating enough food, you're not sitting down to actually enjoy food, what happens is you just quickly throw something in there because you realize, oh, I haven't eaten anything, I'll go have a McDonald's burger. And then you realize, oh, darn it, I need to get something in me, and then you end up having garbage. So, okay, so this is the thing. All right, guy's not gonna let me in, so we'll find another spot up here a little bit. There we go. So anyways, with having, you gonna do this? You're not gonna let me in? Not gonna let me in? Okay, sweet, nice. I don't want to say it's always a woman that won't let me in, but it's always a woman that won't let me in. I'm not saying, you know, maybe some women out there are really, really friendly and nice when it comes to letting people in. Anyways, another thing to notice about stress is that I tend to be more of a mouth breather. I tend to let my jaw slack because I'm not focused on my appearance. I'm focused on surviving and what the next move is going to be. And I just start to really feel the effects of that high intensity stress. So I'm a little bit stressed out, and the reason I'm stressed out, to be quite blunt, is I don't know what this is supposed to look like. And we've talked about this, I think, another couple of episodes ago, where I didn't know what I don't know what it's supposed to look like with regards to a convention and all the things it needs to do. Because honestly, when I go to a convention, I don't pay attention to that stuff. I'm usually partying with the guys. I'm skipping out on a lot of the lectures because I just want to party. And oh, thank you. Oh, and by the way, that was a woman who let me in too. Thank you very much. My problem is I'm trying to imagine what it's supposed to look like in my mind, and I'm having a really tough time with it. So I'm going, I got everything in motion. I think everyone keeps telling me everything's going to be fine, but I still have that panic about, and the problem is that when you're in that panic state, if you're in it too long, you start to really do detrimental damage to your health, to your body, to your mind, to your blood pressure. So I'm sure when this is all done, it's going to be so relaxing for me. But right now, I'm looking at down the barrel of 4 days with no sleep, 4 16-hour days ahead of me, and just enough time to get home, pass out, and hope that everything works out for the better. Okay, you gotta go. All right. So, but that's not what I want to talk about today. I just, it's in my mind, and I'm having a tough time staying focused. But what I do want to talk about is the things that are holding you back. And I heard this morning, and it really, it resonated with me. I got up. I couldn't sleep this morning, so I started I started doom scrolling, because I do actually find that dopamine was kind of, I needed that to just get through the morning hours. But one of the things I came across was a video that said, the things that are holding you back are not the people in your life, but the distractions you allow in your life. And I really thought that was an incredible statement, because there's so much that I'm doing that other people are doing where they're getting distracted, like the doom scrolling, which is kind of ironic that I get a lot of really great information from doom scrolling, but it is part of the problem. It's a distraction. And whatever distractions you're letting into your life, whether it be alcohol or weed or video games or chasing women or whatever the case is, whatever's in your life that you're allowing to distract you from your pursuit of your goals, it's that's holding you back. We all like to think it's, culture, it's systemic, whatever. It's come on, just drive straight. What are you doing? Oh, braking for no reason, I swear to God. We all want to have these external things that we want to point the finger at and blame for things not going right in our life. But the reality is that the things that are holding us back is us. and we're the ones who are doing it because we're not being aggressive enough in our pursuit for the things that we want, and making sure that we sacrifice those distractions. And that's really all they are, is the distractions. They're distractions from the things that you have to deal with. And if you know that, if you understand that that's what's holding you back, it's not where you were born, or your parents, or your lack of education, or your wrong education, whatever the case may be. It's actually simply your distractions. It's the things that you are letting get into your life and into your head. So I think what I want to do is I want to kind of close on that note and talk and just say, whatever you're doing, and we all know the answer. This is the thing. This is the scary thing. We know the stuff we're doing when we sit in our bed and we're wondering, why are we not where we want to be? We can sit there and actually start to think about it, and we know the truth. We know the honest answer as to why we are not as successful or where we want to be. We know it, but we're just too afraid to peel back that honesty with ourselves and see it, and see that it is our distractions. It is the video game playing. It is the collecting of the magazines, or in my case, whiskeys. It's those things that are holding us back, and not external forces. If we can get a handle on our distractions, we can start really making some great moves towards our personal success. Do it. Put down the phone. Except unless you're watching this on your phone, because that's a smart thing to do. Anyways, folks, thanks so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you like what you're watching. Spread the good news. Make sure you check out financialfreeway23.ca, because that's where all the good stuff is. Still haven't uploaded some. I got to upload some stuff. I'm a little late behind on that. The more current stuff is right now is on YouTube. But still, make sure you check out financialfreeway23.ca. That's where all the really great stuff is. And as we always say here at Financial Freeway, spread the word, spread the good news, spread the gospel. Make sure you tell everyone you know about the stuff you're learning here, and take the credit for yourself. We don't care. Our only goal is to make sure that everyone understands that they have an inalienable right to live a life of success, happiness, and abundance. Wherever you are in this world, I'll be at Peace AM all weekend long, doing my best to stay awake and focused and happy. But wherever you are, God bless.